Welcome everybody to a game of yours truly. Yes, a very rare game of me playing Dutch. I know I've said this before, but for anyone who wasn't kind of there at the beginning of the DE, I was actually a Dutch main for a long time. I was a Dutch main, kind of turned into a Sweden main, and then started to play USA and Mexico. Was kind of what I became kind of famous, if you will, for notoriously for when the USA and Mexico DLCs came out. So I do know my way around Dutch. And Dutch are actually one of my favorite civs to play. They are lowish tier at the moment, but you know, if you know how to play them, the potential with the civ is very, very powerful. Still a top tier in team games as well. Now, also, this is a particularly tough game because notoriously, historically, Dutch have always been hard countered by Brits. But the reason I want to show this game was because it was against our good old friend King Hardy, aka Passy. For anyone who doesn't know who Passy is, he is the easiest person in this game to rage bait. Yes, he is somewhat of a meme. And I think he deleted his old account, Passy account, got deleted. He trashed his old PC or something like that. And he didn't play for ages and then came back. And he's made a new account called King Hardy. I mean, he's got a new computer, someone said, or something like that. Probably has me banned and stuff. He is a meme. He is a meme. And yeah, this game is not good for certain people. Some people just can't play this game without getting high blood pressure. And to those I say, just put it down, guys. Just put the game down, okay? It ain't that deep, all right? It ain't that deep. Oh, dear me. And he is playing his famous Brits. He's actually a decent player. Like when on his Passy account, he was like a 2K Elo player. Definitely. But for some reason, he just has a hard time versus me. I have like a 95% win ratio versus him, and I don't know why. He just doesn't like playing against me. Anything DE related, and look at that 13 Vill age up time, by the way, 2-minute 23, I think, because of that big food treasure that he got. That's pretty insane. And he's actually gone for Virginia Company instead of free Vills. Instead of free Vills, probably because he wants to go super greedy versus Dutch, because you can do that. So yeah, so Passy just doesn't like doing anything that isn't DE related. If you send just send a card that has been made since DE, he'll go nuts. He will literally go ballistic. Literally, like he's one of those. Right. Okay. Anyways, and I mean the thumbnail will likely give the game away, but I don't like this matchup. Obviously, Dutch just get destroyed by longbow. That's generally the main reason why Dutch have a hard time in this matchup. They kind of get destroyed by longbow. They don't have a good counter to longbow. Their best play is probably the logistician. Going for the logi play and getting the halberdiers. It's probably their best bet, but they still lack on eco in comparison. You can see here I'm eating lots of livestock. I'm about to get my first bank up. This is what my Dutch deck looks like. I do like this card. We did see a little while ago, I think it was Revolt week, I got the Flemish Revolution. I think I got the Flemish Revolution. I do like the Flemish Revolution, and believe it or not, I think the Flemish Revolution works well when you're in age 4, believe it or not. I think if you can get into age 4 and go for the Flemish Revolt, I think it does work really, really well. But yeah, I do like that all-in of the Flemish Revolt. Does need to be buffed, in my opinion, though. Or just needs to be made a lot cheaper. So here I am, both of us in an age 2 now. For Quartermaster, I'm just going to be going for my banks. I'm pretty standard to begin with, just 700 wood. I think I go into bank wagons, 700 coins, something like that. Let's go have a look over at King Hardy. But the main reason I like playing Dutch is because, obviously being a Revolt enjoyer, you can see I'm on my Leos Klein account. This was played probably about a month or so ago. Yeah, he's doing a really good perimeter mana boom. He could be a bit more aggressive. If you don't scout the stable or anything, he actually could be a bit more aggressive with the manas. Like, the mana should be coming up near this coin mine, these herds. Up here near this coin mine, just stick a mana house on that mine. Definitely want to be doing that. But I mean, it's not bad what he's doing, but you can be more aggressive. And he's gone crazy here. 700 wood into 4 villagers. And look at this booming. Look at this manor house booming. Stable going up now. So it looks like he's starting to amend his macro from wood onto food and coin. And look at that. Wow, look at the manor houses he's got. 16 manor houses. 16 manor house boom. That's the power of Virginia Company. He's on 31 villagers at 5.5 minutes. And he's about to be on 35, 36 at 6 minutes. Not even that, 5 minutes 50. He's going to be on 36 villagers. Madness. Boom. 37 villagers. 37 villagers before 6 minutes. Hiya. It is possible to max manners before 6 minutes. I think Sonic's done it before. But I do believe you need a good XP treasure generally to do that. Still making more manor houses. And for anyone who doesn't know, manor houses only cost 90 wood now with Virginia Company. So you're getting a free villager with each 90 wood house. The card seems insane on paper, right? But he's not the only one that gets bonuses from buildings. I'm on 3 banks. He's on 38 villagers. And he's Hussar starting, which is great play, I think. He's not going for the rush. He's going for the boomy style play versus Dutch, which still works well because they out-boom. They out-boom and then out-mass Dutch. So I, of course, am going for... I just go for 700 wood into 700 coin. I don't actually go... So I just go for the free bank here. I do put down a stable. As I was saying, I can't remember if I said, but the main reason I like playing Dutch is because they have the most overpowered revolt in the game. They have the 2 most overpowered. Well, one is overpowered in my opinion with Dutch, but it only works with Dutch. So they have South Africa, which is obviously a top tier revolt. It's an eco revolt, and they get access to Imperial war wagons. And this is kind of. If I was to redo the tier list for revolts, okay, I can't remember where I put USA. I probably put them in, like, A tier. I remember putting Napoleonic revolt, the South Africa revolt, and which was the other one, and Canada revolt. They all go in S tier, which is true. But there is a super secret S+ tier revolt in the game. And you're going to see it in this game. And you're going to see why it's S+ tier. Okay, you're going to see why it's S+ tier. Classic Lionheart going for a fort, but I changed my mind because I see the Musketeers. I know that I'm not going to get that fort up, so I do go for some skirmishes here. Wizzy Wham Wazzle. I'm very much used to building multiple. When I play Dutch, you'll see very often that I build infrastructure with multiple vills. A lot of people, even top players, only use like 1 vill for a market, 1 vill for a house here. I don't play that game, okay? I know that speed is of the essence. And very often, not being able to get certain buildings up can cost you. It can cost you vills, it can cost you time. So just be safe. Build it with multiple villagers, just to be sure that you get the building up here. You can see that I'm just chasing these masks. They died to TC fire, and then I finish them off with some Reuters. So I don't go too greedy here. I don't go for like a 4 or even 5 bank build here. Because against Brits, it's very risky to do so. Very, very risky to do so. Especially if you get rushed. If you get rushed, you're just fucked. But you can see here, instead of the fort, I do go for some skirmishes. But now I go for the fort. So I go up with the fort now. And 3 banks is still worth 12 villagers on coin. So I don't, I don't need to overkill it. I just need to ensure that I actually get into age 3 and then get the fort out. That's the important part here. And I'm getting hounded now by a lot of Hussars. Minutemen even being called here now. So the skirms are basically dead. It's just how much damage can I do with all Reuters. It's not a lot of Reuters. I'm going to stay with my hero. Good micro by me there. Should have put my skirmishers on stagger mode. Could have done a bit more damage with them, but again, it's all about getting this fort up. That's all that matters right now, is getting that fort up so I can securely get into Age 4. Herds are about to run out, but I do have berries on this map, which is very fortunate. I go super aggressive now with my fort, and I know I can be aggressive with it. I know I can be aggressive with it because I've just seen like what he's got here, and it's basically just hussars, so I'm safe for the moment. There goes my fort. It's kind of in a position where it's protecting this herd as well. So 10.5 minutes. We're almost getting there. We're almost ready to go. King Hardy, a.k.a. Passy. What's he got right now? He's aged up. Did he age it with the Adventurer? It looks like he did. I don't see a TC wagon. I think Bishop Agent would have been good for him. But as we can see, first shipment is going to be 8 villagers. He's already on 48. He's up in score. I'm not going to try and contest him. I'm not going to try and skirm goon, you know. But look at the manor houses. His max manners. I ain't pushing into all this. Look at his line of sight. Let's look at his line of sight. Look at this. He sees everything. I cannot raid him because he sees half of the map. So I'm just gonna. It's gonna be impossible to raid him. And then skirming versus longbows and Hurst. He just has better. He has 57 vills. I'm not gonna out eco him either. He's going for 1k coin. Could be industrial. Could be falconets. Lots of options there. Just put down another barracks. Okay, so I am on my way to Age 4. Aging up with the Cavalry Marshal. I usually go for the Tycoon. I do usually go for the Tycoon. He had a little huzzah there trying to scout. He doesn't see my fort yet. So he's going into this blind, which is always fun because if you dive into your opponent's TC, you don't see the fort. All of a sudden, it just completely fucks up your plan. You're like, oh, okay, what do I do now? I have to back up and go around, or do I go back and build something else? And it just buys you lots of time. So Cavalry Marshal comes in, boom, gives you 9 Reuters, which is nice. Do get some raiding here. I know I just said I'm not going to be able to raid, but I do get some raiding done here. That's 1 vil down. Kill some hussars there as well. So now he sees the fort. Commando? Boom. Gonna get 1 hussar kill and the fort's gonna finish the other one off. I'm playing super slimy right now. Super slimy. And I love playing super slimy. So it's a classic Lionheart game. This is a slow and steady industrial. Gonna be a revolt. He's got 1k coin, but he's not going for the age up here. He does start to get an artillery foundry down, so he sees the fort, and now he's changing his mind of what he wants to do. 61 villagers. Cav combat coming in. He's got a lot of calves, so that's a good card. He should be pressuring me a bit more, though. But I'm super locked in here. It's very tough for him to actually pressure me here. Because I've got a lot of Reuter now. And I've got this fort up. And TC Fire, Minutemen. It's going to be very, very difficult for him to push in here. And look at this. I'm putting him already on the back foot. Because he's already preparing to make culverins. Again, look at this. I'm trying to raid. But Manor House line of sight. Gonna see me. Forced to back up. 62 villagers, 63 now. Market upgrades, of course, has the entire map basically right now. Lots of herds down here. I cannot contest. I've still got this nice herd over here. I'm not on berries anymore. I'm about to run out of this mine, though. But there are some mines left on the map. There's a gold mine over here. There's a gold mine over here. But, you know, I think that's probably the safest one. I think I go to that one. I can't remember. He's chasing me all the way here. He's chasing me all the way. These goons are really strong. That 29 range attack, 270 HP. How did he destroy my little Reuters? My only hope here is to kind of run to the base, run to my TC, run to my fort. He's raiding this side at the same time. Good play by him. I do get my second factory out. I think, do I see these hussars here? Yep. So it's going to be some nice XP for me. Nice. I do get one out there, and I melee it with it, so it snares all of them down, which was a nice micro by me. Pat myself on the back. Well done, past me. Thank you, future me. You're welcome. I'm so nice to myself. Score's still pretty close, though. Score's still pretty close. So I'm only on 24 villagers, but I still have those 3 banks. And I've got 2 factories. That's what's important. I've now got those 2 factories. So I'm able to camp with this fort. My gold income's pretty nice. And now the priority here. The priority is to get as many Reuters out as possible. I'm getting a nether bank. So now I feel a lot safer to start getting more banks. He's expecting something like 2 heavy cannons, all that sort of stuff. That's why he went for culverins, but I'm not playing that game. I'm just turtling in here. This is like the definition of a turtle build, okay? Bank forts. I'm really turtling hard right now. I do dive in. I go for the culverin here. I lose a lot of Reuters here, and I don't even kill the culverin. Huge mistake by L. Lionheart. I think if I remember correctly, wow, I didn't catch them. If I remember correctly, my thought process for killing that culverin was because I had 2 heavies on the way. But it was also to make him think that I'm going lots of heavy cannons right now. And lots of artillery. So I wanted his mindset to be, oh, he's going to dive in here. He's going to dive in with lots of artillery. I'm pushing out here, and look, I killed the culverin. I do manage to clip it with my explorer, but he gets another 2 Reuters there. So terrible trade for me. I lost almost all of my Reuters for 1 culverin. Absolutely diabolical trade for me. So I'm not exactly happy about that. But I'm up to 5 banks. Max banks unless you get, shipments here, so not too worried. So yeah, I'm still feeling good, even though I took a terrible trade there. Score's looking really good for him right now. Mass production coming in for me. King Hardy going up to age 4. Cav hit points coming in. I would save that shipment. And just go straight for your factories. Unless you're 60 nice villagers, by the way. Unless you're guaranteed to get... Okay, he's going with the Tycoon, so he's probably going to get Mercantilism, so it's kind of fine. As long as he gets Mercantilism, it's fine. He's starting to wall up now. Smart play. Getting our Arsenal techs. He's playing this correctly. Could be pressuring me a bit more. But where does he pressure? It's difficult. Log flume coming in. Yeah, he's playing good. If he gets Mercantilism here... goes straight into his 2 factories. He is well on top, eco-wise. But I'm still doing well for eco as well. I've got my 5 banks. That's 20 vils. I've got 2 factories. They're what, 7 or 8 vils each. So I'm not actually that far behind on eco, even though it kind of says I am. Although the difference in eco here is his villages are upgraded. Mine are not. Yeah. Mine are not upgraded. You can see that I don't even have gang saw yet.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So his villagers are way better than my villagers, which is where the big difference is here. He's got steel traps. I don't. He's got log flume. I don't even have gang saw. So I get culverin royales. Also sending the 7 Reuters. I love this shipment. Absolutely love this shipment. 17 Reuters. Really, really good for this build. So we'll speed this on a little bit. Wait for some action to happen. I'm just massing my Reuters, and I don't need to do anything. All I need to do now is be in a position where I'm ready to revolt. That's all I need to do. And I'm making these culverins in case he pushes me with artillery. I've got something to back it up. And I can defend this fort. That's all I need to do. Defend the fort means I defend my base. He's still on 69 villagers, but that's because he's max population right now. So you can see here he's going for guard longbowman. Getting both his factories, so he must have got mercantilism. Does he have his church somewhere? Yeah, there's the church. There's the beautiful church. So he's got mercantilism. He's got both his factories in. And now he's going for Berber nomads. So he is still making villagers outside of the population. I think these cost 1 pop as well, though. Yeah, they do cost 1 pop. But the Berber camel riders do not cost population. Still has complete map control. Doesn't need mills or estates yet. Still has lots of coin over here. Lots of food over here. Lots of food over here.
Commandment?
Getting lots of... Wow, look at this. He's getting Yoruba. What are they? What's that one? He's getting all villagers gather wood faster by 10%. And all civilian and native units heal slowly when close to trees or berries. That's crazy. That's very interesting. What's that one? Yoruba Erudo Legacy. What's that one? So ships 2 outpost wagons. Walls and gates grant XP upon being built. Okay. Interesting. I'm not sure how much XP. Imagine it's the same as their build XP. But yeah. So he's going for the trade line now. Going for Berbers and double Berbers and Yoruba. He's really suffocating me hard here. But I'm keeping up in score. I'm still keeping up. Still turtling away. Keeping up. I've got another shipment here as well. Does have the Royale with cheese, but so do I. So you can see that, you know, we're 22 minutes in the game and not a lot has happened. Classic Lionheart game. I'm waiting to get max pop. He's already got max pop. Getting some walls here. There it comes, boys. There it comes, the United States of America. United States of America. USA. USA. The super secret S+ tier revolt is here. You've probably seen me do this before. But why is it the most OP revolt in the game? I'm about to show you why it's the most OP. I'm trying to delete units here to get that extra heavy cannon out. So I'm 200 pop, guys, of max military. No villagers here. I'm 200. Now I'm 223. And that's because of Lee's Continental Light Dragoons. But guess what this does?
Commando.
So I currently have 70 Reuters. Okay? 70 Reuters. This converts all light-range cavalry into guard carbine cavalry. Now, that's usually with dragoons. But when it's with Reuters, they basically become 2 Reuters in one. They basically become double. So watch my population. They go from a 1 Reuter pop to a 2 guard pop carbine cavalry, and I'm now up to 301 military pops. 301 military. He's only got 130 military pops because 66 of his is all eco. He gets walls in, he gets bastion in. He does have his church card, which is nice. He's got the Glorious Revolution, so he's going to be over-popping himself, which is really nice. He's also got some natives here, I think. I saw him making some Berbers. Yeah, he's making some Berbers, so he's over-popping himself. He does have guard rangers, so turn the longbows into rangers. Getting thin red line as well, just to buff the HP of these Blackwatch. They're not going to need speed where they're going. Colwyn versus Colwyn. Look how many heavy cannons I've got as well. In comes Queen's Rangers. 2k coin. But look at this. I've got 75 guard carbine cavalry. Guard carbine. They're 2 pop each. You go from Reuters from 1 pop to a 2 pop unit. They basically become double as good. And they get tech to guard status. Is his army going to be enough? I can't make anything. I have 275 pop of military right now. It's go time. Good, but I'm just suffocating. I've got 8 heavy cannons. I've still got 6 Colwyn Royales. The carbine cavalry's hitboxes are insane. They act like Reuters. I'm finally down to where I can send a shipment of units, and I'm sending in Washington's Continental Grenadiers. But even his insane overpop, he had an insane overpop. It just was nowhere near the overpop I had. And as a result, I'm going to clean his entire army. And now he's just got no chance. He's down to 150 pop. He's down to 59 villagers. One of his factories is down now. And in one fell swoop, this is what this revolt does. In one fell swoop, you just absolutely obliterate your opponent. It doesn't matter if he's Imperial with Imperial units. It doesn't matter with his little overpops. I have over 300 population, and you can add the church card to this. If you add Dutch's church card to this, you can also send the Stradiots, the Red Lancers, and the Musketeers on top of this, and you can have like 360 overpops, something crazy. You didn't get the Washington's Continental Grenadiers, which would have been fun, but double fort. The 4 Gatling guns you get as well from it because of the forts. Yeah, it's unbelievably OP, and this is exactly why it's the most OP revolt in the game. But there's a caveat. It's only this OP with Dutch. It's not this OP with any other civ that can revolt to France, because any other civ that does revolt to USA, any other civ that does revolt to USA, they only have normal dragoons, which are still 2 pop anyway. So the best you can do is go like veteran dragoons and then get guard carbine cavalry. Whilst with Dutch, you get 1 pop Reuters and then turn into guard 2 pop carbine cavalry, which obviously are double as good. So you're able to get just double the mass. I had like more than double his army here. You just steamroll. It doesn't matter what he does. You just steamroll. And we're going to put it into perspective here. When we go to, look, you can see the village account. Doesn't matter. If we go to all resources gathered, he destroys me. But if we go to military, none of that matters, guys. Because if we go to military unit population, I had 301 military pop. To be fair, he got 175. He actually got an insane military overpop himself, because he only had like 69 villagers, right? So he actually got an insane overpop himself, but it still was about half of mine. Even with his insane overpop, it was still half of mine. So this game was just 26 minutes of just turtle, and then bang, get the USA revolt, get as many Reuters as you possibly can, revolt to get the least Continental Dragoons, and is it Continental Dragoons it's called? It's this card here. Lee's Continental Light Dragoons. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And that's a solid deck, by the way. And also, with other civs that revolt to USA, they don't have any eco like Dutch. Dutch still keep their bank eco and stuff. So it's still very, very strong. So yeah, so USA revolt is the most powerful revolt in the game, without a doubt. Without a doubt. But only with Dutch. Hope you guys enjoyed this game. Just needed to showcase it because it was such a beautiful example of how I was just being battered the whole game eco-wise, but it doesn't matter, because if you get to USA, they can't win. If you get to USA like this, they just cannot win. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you in the next game. Peace.